I love it. I mean, it's yeah.
Welcome to the LeafCast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. My name is Ryan, and I'm currently doing more than acrobatics.
And I am Ryan's brother Dan, and she was one of the heroes bound to the Wheel of Time, destined to be born again and again to make legends. She wasn't born this time, Elaine. She was ripped out of Teleranriad as she stood. Is she still bound to the wheel, or has she been ripped away from that too?
Wow. Yes.
Yeah, long one.
Heavy. Like Todd would say, heavy. Well, everybody, this is the LeafCast Humans on all the spectrums. This is episode 98.
Oh my.
98. I'm feeling old, feeling worn down. I've got some rickety knees, but I'm still tearing forward because we got to get to 100 at least. Dan, I'm excited. I can't stop thinking about 100 episodes.
I know. Like, I just, during this marathon, I just pulled over and got some water, and I didn't even drink it because I feel rejuvenated. I don't even need hydration. Right?
Oh, I thought you were saying because you're so old you don't want to have to pull over after each, like, just 10 minutes of driving.
Yeah, I got it. Hey, guys. Hey, guys.
Well, here, we
Hi,
are
everyone.
Here. Yeah, we have a show we're doing, and we have guests. You know them, you love them. Let's bring in Josh and Kay, but before we do, let's explain. Tom is not going to be joining us this week. He regrets immensely not being here. He will be here next week.
He is surrounded by cats right now, Ryan.
Yeah, we'll let him tell that story.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring in our guests.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it, Ryan. Are you?
I feel it in several places, but I need to talk to my doctor about this.
Yeah, I got a heartburn tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Me too.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, ever since we met Tom, I've been drinking Tito's. Ooh. And yeah, that does give the burn.
Look at that cover that case that I has. I don't know if I've seen that cover. Have I?
Guys, shut up. I'm trying to finish the chapter.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Seriously, Josh is always behind. You know, he's a real underachiever, that one.
Josh is like...
He's an underachiever. Yeah, he puts pro in procrastinations.
He's like, I was working on my mood.
Procrastination.
I had to read these chapters.
Who's not in Discord already?
Good question.
I'm looking.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Josh, are you staying dry? You're staying dry so far, but you have a life raft just in case you need to climb on top of your roof.
No life raft.
No life raft?
No.
It's under your seat, man.
Oh,
I think you're getting confused.
Flotation.
A canoe.
Hello, Kay. How are you,
No
my dear?
raft.
I'm doing well, thank you, Brother Dan. How are you?
Well, I'm better than most, I would assume. I can't, if you complain, if you hear me complaining, just go ahead and slap my
Dan,
boot.
are you the type that says you're an alpha male?
No.
You're just better than most?
I assume that based on my life and situation, yeah, I'm probably better than most.
I think he's actually saying he's beta than most.
I'm better than most?
Yeah.
That sounds better.
How are you?
Most. Okay.
No, I'm doing great. Like I said, if you hear me complaining, just go ahead and correct me. I have nothing to complain about.
I was curious, what happened to the reading intro with the Puppets of Chaos?
Oh, we got to redo it. We got to work on that very quick.
We do it, but Tom's not here, so we can use it right now.
Oh, I mean, it
Shall
had
we?
Todd and you used it.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I added Todd because I don't know.
He's the orig. He's the
OG FTR.
Oh, yeah, exactly. There you go. You beat me to it.
Okay, they're requesting.
Dog fucked her.
Brother Dan, they're requesting hurricane jokes tonight, so we got to bring it. Everyone, bring it.
Bring it like a hurricane. Yep.
The only hurricane I've really experienced was in New Orleans, and I got like 4 of them in a bar. And hurricanes are no joke, man. They will knock you on your ass.
Remember mind erasers, Dan?
I do. Do you remember kamikazes?
And yes. Do you remember having fun, Dan?
I do.
Do you remember going to places and doing weird drinks and not
Do you
knowing how
remember
you got
Shoot
home?
the Root? Do you guys remember Shoot the
I
Root?
remember that. I mean, I don't remember.
I mean, like,
Oh, so good.
I mean,
I don't like to talk about the bedroom.
Is that what you
don't?
call a certain act? Is Shoot the Root?
No, that's a yoga position.
Oh, I see.
nice.
I see. We on our 21st birthday, we would always take. We did a bar crawl in Long Beach down 2nd Street, and there was this one bar that had just an allotment of horrible shots. There was one called
Mai Tais.
a buffalo fart. There was another called a cement mixer. There was one. There was just bad
Cement mixer. I've heard of buffalo.
Oh, Kevin says
buffalo fart.
mind erasers at the Rush Inn.
Yes.
The Rush. Oh yeah,
Very-
the Rush. Oh, geez.
Kevin.
Yes, Kevin.
Cheers.
Guy at the bar. Wasn't that
Nope.
about a guy at the Rush Inn, right?
No, that's is a Barn Campbell. Yes. All right. So hey, before we move on, we have a sponsor. Let's take time out for ads. Ad break. Super quick ad break.
Way the Leaf are proud to be partnering with Tourist Hat Coffee Company. Tourist Hat Coffee Company is a family-owned business with a strong belief in giving back to the community. Tourist Hat Coffee Company is a social purpose business whose mission is to bring people the absolute best in small batch coffee while supporting children at home and around the world. And if you go to touristhatcoffeecompany.com and use the promo code LEAF2022, you'll get 5% off your entire order. We hope Tourist Hat Coffee Company becomes your family's coffee of choice. Remember, a part of each order goes to an amazing charity and helps allow us to continue doing this show each and every week. So go to touristhatcoffeecompany.com and use promo code LEAF2022 and receive 5% off your entire order.
Hey. Tourist Hat Coffee Company. They are a local, small business, family run. They are giving a 5% discount, which is pretty good because they are a very affordable coffee.
Yeah, their prices are amazing. $11 for 14 ounces, and you're not getting chinched. These are great beans. The minute I met these guys at a farmer's market 2 years ago, I changed over. I stopped all other coffee beans, and I've only been drinking them since. I'm very, very happy to be partnered with them.
They're local to Ranland?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're in. Yes, they're in Illinois.
But they will ship everywhere. They'll ship to they'll ship everywhere. They'll ship to Shanshan. Shara, anywhere in the Ranlandian map. No, that is true. They'll ship all over the world.
Map at this moment.
Hey, so
all the areas of where these beans could be shipped. Correct? I mean, like, we really do need the map.
Matt, I feel for you.
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
MaTsDaGger.
Matt, you're the best, though.
Wow, you are.
It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, which land that we have seen or been in Ranland do you think makes the best cup of espresso?
Shalgul. It's probably
Diagul!
Yes, good
They got a good
answer.
dark roast, huh?
They certainly have the best dark roast.
Yeah.
It's very dark.
I hear they do some killer pours over there.
Exactly. Good one. Nice. Spot on.
You know how some people you get that like you
Where
get like
is Swan from?
When you really want that like
One
desert
is
it's
from
very
Ilion, I think.
alien, I think. Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
You just want to die. What?
Okay, can you hear us, Kay?
No, I mean,
Okay, you
I was
having
in
sound
my-
issues? Yeah, let me come help you out. You sound weird.
Oh,
Is it coming
no.
out? Is it coming out of the microphone there?
Mute the microphone on the microphone and see if we can still hear you.
Oh, she did it the other way around.
Can you talk?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it
Yeah,
is.
no, it's on
It's
that
working.
mic.
All right, it's the microphone.
Yeah. All right. So unmute.
Am I whispering or not? Could you hear me or no?
It was whispering.
It was.
My guess is the Kyrian.
Kidding. It was muted.
The game of houses
You're good.
is all gonna be. They're all drinking espresso, and they're all coffee snobs.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Ilion or where they have the game of houses. Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's a bug on my
Ilion's
screen.
just jungly. At least if we take the show's world as fact.
Oh yeah. I don't know if any place actually can grow beans. Maybe. Huh.
They're all pretty far in the northern hemisphere, so probably pretty unlikely. We need Tom to pull up the map so we can look at what's along the equator, because that's where they can grow the beans.
Yeah, Tom
Yeah,
isn't
I
here,
said
but
all that, but I don't think you heard me.
all right, you sound way better now when you're leaning right into it. If you just put that mic right in front, as close as you can to you, yeah.
Is that what I need to do?
Yeah, that would be perfect. It looks great.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'm just broadcasting now from my own home. It feels very weird to have the mic this close. That's all I'm saying. Are you sure?
No, you sound great. You sound
Yeah, it
great.
sounds better now.
Alrighty, here we are. I'll try to remember to stay close. So carry on. What? Yeah, I know. Right by the equator. Yeah, that's where the best beans. You think? I mean, the Tourist Hat Coffee Company, though, they really Ryan has only been drinking that coffee. Just to circle back a little bit, even though that's what we were still talking about. I mean, he really does only drink that coffee, and whenever he makes it, I'm so excited. It's the best coffee, and it's so much better than the little stupid Pete's.
It's a good thing we don't have Todd on here anymore. He'd be having a conflict of interest.
Yes, that's true, right?
Well, Blue Bottle is the bomb, but Blue Bottle is also probably about $7 more a bag.
I will do no such thing, Mistress Dovie.
And I mean, and Ryan met these people at a farmer's market. I mean, how can you not respect that hustle? How can you not respect that sort of sense of community and whatnot? And this is their first sponsorship. It's our first sponsorship.
They're incredible people too.
So yeah, show them a little puppet bump.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Didn't you have a furniture store as a sponsor?
We had that was more a partnership, I think. I don't know. If that was the sponsor.
more of a partnership, but this is definitely like a sponsor, and he's the father and the son. They're the nicest people too. They're so kind, and we kept going back to that farmer's market because they were so nice and just generous with everything. We just chat with them.
I mean, that's all we have control over is how we spend our money and who we decide to give our money to.
Yeah.
There's tons of coffee out there. It's who we decide to give our money to. And I'm glad that you guys found this little Tourist Hat awesome company, and I'm glad that
and they flourish. They're like growing, but I mean, they're just this sweet little mom and pop shop.
Yeah.
Drop.
Well, when you go to the farmer's market, go ahead and say LeafCast 2022, and I think they'll give you a little rebate.
It helps
Right,
us.
Ryan. Just walk up and
It
whisper.
helps you. It helps everyone.
LeafCast 20.
You will wake up better in the morning because you'll know you have tourist coffee waiting for you.
Yeah, and they got dark roast, and they have espressos, and they also have light roast, and they are conscientious from where they're gathering their stuff, and they are also donating a portion of every bag back to a community. Right now, they're focused on Costa Rica and their children education. So, I mean, Shit, man. It's only $10.50. I mean, look at it.
Yeah, a whole bag. This, $10.50. It's crazy, or $11, I think. Now.
And this is small batch shit. I mean,
that's what
seriously.
they do. They only raise the price by like 50 cents in the whole time we've known them. They're incredible. They're not greedy about anything. They just do their thing. They're amazing. Anyways.
All right, well, we can even let's move on.
No, but I mean, we're stoked to have
This
them.
is great. Yeah. They're gonna
And
hear.
I'm gonna wear the hat.
That works.
Ah, that's nice.
Oh, you mean the tourist
I love
hat?
it. The hat. He's right there under. Yeah. That's amazing.
All right,
You getting a screenshot? Did you get a screenshot? Okay.
done.
Nice.
All right, let's do what we do though, guys. Shall we? We are in chapter 33 of Fires of Heaven, book 5 of the series. This is called A Question of Crimson, and it has a cool elephant icon. This looks like it's almost like a beer.
This is the
label.
same one I think from before, though. Yes, like this.
Yes, this is
the same one a couple chapters ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Valen
So the menagerie logo.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, Josh. Yep.
Every time I see this thing, I start kind of humming Crimson and Clover. So I'm like, a question of crimson.
That's funny. You know what I can't get out of my head whenever I read these chapters is the Shamil, Shemazel, Hots and Pepper Incorporated. Right? Like it just keeps on coming back every time.
Yeah. We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll make it. Give us any rule, we'll break it.
I think my video's off now, so I'm just gonna fix that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think I know that whole theme song actually. As I'm going through it in my head, I think I know the whole goddamn Laverne
Doing it
show.
always.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right. This is a Nynaeve chapter. She is in Samara with Elaine and the menagerie of Val and Luca, who lives on the second floor. And she is getting knives thrown at her. She's blindfolded. She holds up pears. Tom is a super stud. Thwack, thwack, thwack.
I loved that because that was fun. I mean, you can really like visualize it, right? Like all the knives.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, fucking just don't graze my graze my hair.
Yeah, she was just about to say, if you fucking thump, thump, thump.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh no. We do have a drinking obligation. I don't know if this is one. The pear on her head leaked juice into her hair. So
but it makes me thirsty. I don't know. I'm going for it.
So we're gonna do that. Luca is stoked. He's like,
hey, MrHowley just had to say that. Yes, Luca's stoked. Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, Tom, you're the best, and he has some competition. We hear later that there's a total of like 14 or 15 menageries, like in the area. I didn't know that county fairs were that common around Samara here.
Honestly, this isn't my
Weren't they gathering for some reason?
Burning Man.
Yeah.
They're all going to Burning Man.
Nice. Okay. Also, we shouldn't call Burning Man a circus, although I think it kind of might be all the circi coming together.
I don't remember why they would
the
be
plural
gathering.
for circuses? Circi?
Circi, yes. Let's go with that.
Josh, was there a reason why all these menageries were gathering? That we know? Okay. So apparently Rainland has a shitload of these little traveling circuses. if 14 or 15 are there in that area alone, gosh, I mean, how many are around?
Well, yeah, I mean, how many are in the really crazy states, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Some nasty menagerie.
Nasty menagerie.
Mastery.
Monastery. Nice.
Nynaeve got into another fight. Again.
What? I can't imagine that. Was she angry? Tell me, was she angry? Right?
She says she got sucker punched. But Elaine eventually is like, yeah, I need to figure out exactly what happened. I'm not sure that was the entire truth. But it seems like everyone's hitting on Nynaeve. Nynaeve is like the belle of the ball. Everyone loves her, man. The men there are all hitting on her. The women are like all fighting over her. Val and Luca lives on the second floor. He's like sitting right next to her. She scoots away. He scoots next to her. She scoots away. He's like such a creeper. Nynaeve is just, I don't know. She's so enticing.
She's just not though. So I'm not understanding what this dynamic is.
I mean, clearly he's got mommy issues.
Obviously.
Who doesn't?
I don't know, but
Hey.
like, let me see those breasts. Let's get that low-cut dress on you, baby, huh?
So Val and Luca, it seems like he just walks around flaunting his fucking really well-turned calves and walking around, and everyone's like, oh, like he's a Leo DiCaprio, and he like hits on this one person, Nynaeve, and Nynaeve's like, yeah, I don't want any part of you, and Leo's like, but I got everyone. I want you now. I don't know. I'm projecting.
I don't. And Leo is definitely not the thing I'm thinking about when I think about the calves that Nynaeve is lusting after right now.
More like Jason Momoa.
Yeah, or when I think of like a really well-turned calf. I'm thinking more like, I don't know.
Tell.
Bruce Willis style, like from Die Hard, because he was like always in shorts and just like
yippee-ki-yay, mother cat,
and it was funny to hear Nynaeve talk about the calves and then like her internal dialogue about like, what are you doing? Stop that! Don't look at his calves.
Yeah, she's like, oh, don't! You love land. That guy who ran away and I don't know where he's at, but don't.
I think he says a bloody KayK. You light blinded fool. Bloody KayK, get it? No more.
Yippee-ki-yay, you light blinded fool.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I know, it's so great. It's like hard to laugh.
It was.
I don't think I get it.
I couldn't conjure up a chuckle.
He said yippee-ki-yay, mother effer, and I said, well, bloody KayK, you light blinded fool. All right.
It's very genius.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. Pat this. My arms are so short I can't pat my own back.
Ugh, that's a bummer.
There is another drinking obligation. I'm just going to read this sentence, and you guys do what you want. Tom was stroking his mustaches furiously, and red in the face of the effort of not laughing.
Wasn't there for
That's
me.
like what we're doing.
I don't know if I'm furiously stroking my mustaches.
Do it again.
You guys.
Can that be optional? Can that be optional?
Yeah, I said you do what you want.
Okay.
Who is this? Dora the Explorer?
That's Nynaeve. That's the official that's the official Amazon little Nynaeve logo.
No.
That's the emoticon for Nynaeve, yeah.
Well,
like
we do.
Has a backpack and she has a talking map.
And she's wearing
And
green.
she has a talking monkey named Boots.
Mm-hmm. I don't know the reference.
It's Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer.
Okay.
It looks
I
like
had
Dora.
no idea. Wow. There are legit daddies in this room.
That might be Ryan. Can we make that a poll? Does this look like Dora or not?
Nope.
I'm
Yeah.
a mother,
Dang it.
and I did not know this about the. Well, I have a different situation. But anyways, carry on. What were we talking about?
So what is going on in Gildan right now? So the Prophet is there. Is that right?
Mhm.
Who else is there? Is there someone else there? The White Cloaks are there. The Prophet's there. Wasn't there some royalty or something there too?
I think that the Prophet and the White Cloaks are on opposite sides of the river.
Right. So the White Cloaks are on the side of Amadisia, but in Gildan it's the Prophet.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the reason the menageries are there is because there's tens of thousands of people there hanging out.
Let that question go.
For the Prophet.
You've been pondering that this whole time, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? That's a really good point. Is that there are
That's
a
a good
lot of
point.
people gathered around this prophet. He has close to an army, it seems. I don't know how armed they are, but as far as population, he has a bunch of supporters.
So where are we in relation to Gildan? God, I wish we had a puppet with a map behind him.
I know.
We're over the river from Gildan. We're going to cross the river tomorrow morning
and then through
enter
the
Gildan.
and then through the woods.
Yeah,
over the river and through the woods. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I was taking a sip and couldn't do it, and thank you.
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Grandmother's house is
You're
right
rough.
there too.
Oh God. It's really funny because in this little part right here it says, "As you wish, Nana. From now on, only the most perfect light." And we're talking about grandmother's woods anyway. My eye went straight to that point, that which I do not have underlined. It's just there. Anyway, it's neither here nor there.
There's a couple things that we learn right in her Nynaeve's thoughts here. As she, first off, it says she, quote, she broke a dead dog fennel and used its feathery brown length like a whip to snap the heads off weeds that poked through the leaves on the ground. We had heard her doing that before, where she had a switch that she would, in Edmund's Field, where she would like whip off the heads of things. So I don't know. I just wanted to kind of point that was out. But Lan had been involved in the fighting. It says Lan had been involved in them whenever Moraine let him out of her sight. So what do we make of that? I guess real fast between a warder and the Aes Sedai whenever Moraine just kind of doesn't pay attention to Lan for a second, he's off fighting a battle. He's like,
When the cats are away, the mice will play. That's pretty much it, right? I don't really know. It feels like it could he just, like he has a mind of his own, and he's still a person that we know of so far. I don't think it's completely tied together. They're still two different people.
But is this incorrigible, or is this being impetuous rather?
I think it's a sign of a deranged man.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Yes. Go there.
He just has to put himself constantly in danger, and doesn't feel like he's living if he's not, and has, what's the right turn of phrase? Not a chip on his shoulder, but essentially a chip on his shoulder for Manetheren, and to fight anything that he sees as that which might have taken his home.
The Malkiri, yeah.
Not Manetheren, Malkiri.
Malkiri, thank you. Yeah.
So further down, actually, I'm really glad you brought this up.
Thank you.
So, if he's out of his Moraine sight and battling in a life and death battle, she's feeling all of that through the water bond. That's got to be pretty confusing. Like if she's trying to go off and do like spy shit or whatever she does.
But we know that she's already gone to lengths to, lack of a better term again, deaden that bond in preparation for her. Like, she's had in her mind that she's going to have to separate herself from him and has already been putting in preparation for it. We've learned that in the previous books.
Well, right, because like, so she's been doing that though because she ended. Okay, so many things just went through my head. Like, is she doing it because she feels the loyalty to Rand because she has her purposes? So she like did that loyalty switcheroo of power, right? Or does she feel like it's, or is this like one of the things she saw in the rings, like one of the future situations? And so this is like that playing out, or and she knows that because she sees certain shit happening, right? So like she knows that it's not. Maybe she knows at this point it's not A or B, so it has to be C, kind of thing, or whatever.
I think she loves him, and
you think
to the truism. Moraine does love Rand, and to the truism, the person you love the most, you let them go. She's letting him go to follow his heart to Nynaeve because she sensed their bond.
Moraine is letting the Rand that she's in love with.
No, Lan.
Lan, oh.
Lan, yes.
That's who we're talking about right now is Lan.
So do you think... Why would why would she allow Lan to risk his life if they have this bigger mission? Like, why would she just say, like, nah, you gotta stay here?
Because he's not essential to it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even hear the question.
That's deep.
I said, well, we were talking about how, like, you know, when Moraine's not looking, Lan goes and starts warring. And we're saying, well, why doesn't she just put the kibosh on it and say, yeah, you got to stay here, buddy. Like, we're doing something more important. And then Josh says, because he's not essential.
And she's already started cutting her ties for other reasons. And he's deranged. All of those things can simultaneously be true.
Okay.
Okay.
Could it be that Okay. Okay, yeah, no, interesting.
Well, Ryan. No, we want to hear.
KayK brought up the rings, and Moraine's seeing the future. So I'm just wondering if, like, that could be a part of her decision.
Well, what do we know about what she saw in the rings? We know she saw that if she had sex with Rand.
I said that when I thought I heard Rand instead of Lan.
Oh, okay.
So I was actually not talking. I was not speaking about Lan.
Yeah, and it's funny. I thought you were saying she loves the land she lives in.
This land is mine.
Yeah. This is
land. This land is made for you and me.
The New York land. Anyway.
Land, dragon.
Land.
Right? Land.
Beautiful.
We also, Nynaeve, when she is thinking, she recalls that Egwene has mentioned that Rand is doing some executions. Not only did he threaten them, but he does them. It says here, quote, according to Egwene, if anyone could identify stolen property in a brigand's possession, if anyone could swear to seeing him kill anyone or burn so much as a shed, Rand was hanging him. He said he watched every execution with a face cold and hard as the mountains, and Nynaeve thinks to herself, whatever had happened to him in the waste had been very much for the worse. Is she right?
I'd like to opt out of that question.
I know, right?
Okay.
I don't know, like what because you know so much.
No, I'm saying she thinks that the waste damaged. No, she's saying that the waste damaged Rand. Whatever happened in the waste fucked him up. He is now a cold. It says here that was not like him. He had been a gentle boy, according to Nynaeve.
Yeah, she has no idea who the fuck Rand is now. Rand is massively transformed, and
Yeah,
she
I
has
agree
no
with that.
fucking clue.
These
who
are
he is.
all of them. None of them know each other anymore. Perrin doesn't know Matt. Matt doesn't know Perrin. Rand doesn't know either one of them. Nobody knows anybody. Egwene is acting all fucking weird and all powerful and like almighty in Tel'Aran'rhiod, and then we've got Nynaeve like being submissive in some ways to her all of a sudden, and like being like, oh, okay, I just won't ask that question then, which is fucking weird. And anyways, there's like all sort. Yeah, there's so many. None of those TAVERN people that came from Edmund's Field seem to be following, Nomen Garden. That's funny. Thank you.
Well, Nynaeve, we learned that Nynaeve hasn't even like gone to any of the meetings with Egwene and the Wise Ones since she got reprimanded. Since she got like her ass handed to her a little bit through Egwene, she's just been avoiding all that shit. And Elaine even is like, I'm having to deal with these lectures,
the fallout from your shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fucking man up. And she's like, yeah, no, it just so. But she's going every other night. She's going all the time to talk to Brigitte. We'll get to that though.
Nynaeve, right? Or Egwene?
Nynaeve.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, just want to make sure.
So, but one question about Val and Luca before we get too far away. Okay, is Val and Luca manipulating Nynaeve through his actions, or is he earnest?
Good question.
Is she self-delusional?
Okay, good question. I love that you're asking this because I keep on getting confused, and I know that's normal for me, but like I keep on confusing Val and Luca with like Lord Luke. And anyways, what it's doing to my brain is I've been noticing that I don't trust this person actually, and I don't know why, but they're just, I don't feel like there's been real reasons to trust this person, and I might be wrong about that because maybe I'm just not remembering stuff. But
Lord Luke, like from the Two Rivers,
right? Totally different characters, super different characters. But again, it's doing to my brain is that I'm just feeling like, I don't know. I keep on looking for like, I keep on hearing the name like when I'm listening to the Audible, and I go, wait, is he doing something cool or is he not? And then I'm like, well, he's hitting on Nynaeve, and like he's like, let's go for a walk, wear this really low cut dress. To me, that's red flags for a woman's perspective, like from a woman's perspective, not for.
Certainly, it seems like he's acting in his own interest. I mean,
yes, it does feel like that. It feels very much like he's acting. Yeah, thank you, Josh.
Do you guys think that? Do you think Val and Luca is a dark friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe like is Dark Friend the same as like a Forsaken? Are those all? I mean, I know I keep.
Oh, is Val and Luca Forsaken? Oh shit.
I don't know.
Okay. No. Okay.
I mean, I think that he has his own agenda, and I'm not sure totally why I think that at this point.
Well, you
I'm
can't.
not.
You're thinking no one can be attracted to Nynaeve, basically. So
No, well, I mean, I'm not at this juncture. She's not an attractive human. She's angry all the motherfucking time, and she's like trying her really best to just like twist her little anger into a knot and be a good girl for like a minute, so that people don't think that she's so angry. And
Lee Science, it's nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Does not think so.
Yeah, I've not seen any clues that he's a dark friend.
Yeah, I don't know.
Personally.
I mean, like, yeah, I'm probably
Usually there's some
wrong about
embedded
that,
stuff.
but, like, I just would rather have more. What'd you say before that, Josh? Sorry.
Usually there's some embedded hints in the narrative about dark friends when they are one, and I haven't seen any about him.
Well, they
Yeah,
all have
I haven't
really
seen
nice
anyways.
gowns. You didn't pick up on that?
he wears
No,
red.
I
He
haven't.
wears red capes.
Can I counter Josh's question though? Like,
Yeah.
how have you seen a lot of evidence to trust him though?
Oh, well, I mean, he might not be trustworthy. He might be self-interested, but that doesn't mean he's a dark friend.
True.
Dark friend means that you serve
Lorraine
the
is
Great Lord.
self-interested, and I don't think she's a dark friend, so I don't.
Yeah.
By the transitive property of hitting on Nynaeve, then Lan is a dark friend. So, all right, I stand corrected.
So, one other thing about this is it bothers me that now all of our heroines have had to... Every female in the text... I'm trying to think of it as a counterexample. Moiraine she did it in book 1, has had to masquerade as another woman as a part of her character in the story. And that fucking bugs the shit out of me.
Right? I'm so
fucking
glad.
bugs the shit out of me, and I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Why?
It's tasteless. Like,
Yeah.
what? No man has had to do this, but every single woman, from Egwene, Nynaeve,
Let's do it. Let's go.
Lanfear, Moiraine, Nynaeve.
Yeah.
I mean, well, let's go. Book
Let's
one.
go
Matt,
round and around with those because those were the big ones. Those were
Matt,
the big.
Matt, and Rand and Tom were using aliases early on in book 1. Yeah, I mean, like this is kind of, I don't know. I mean, yes.
Yeah, but they didn't
Morgs-
have to color their hair and act with a different attitude. They used
They're
aliases.
super like
so different
like they
than
were wearing ass chaps, or
the
something.
reason Nynaeve is getting hit on.
I'm thinking of an equivalent to a low cut, very plunging, neckline, which RJ loves.
Yeah.
Bosom.
The equivalent would be the ass
Bosom,
cap, you're right.
the bosom.
Yeah,
How many times have we
Yeah.
heard bosom in these past few chapters?
Okay.
That's a really good point. Yeah, and men, they don't have to hide anything. Gareth Bryan rides
And I
up
mean, I
they're
get
like,
it. It's
"Looks like
society.
Gareth Bryan."
It's true to society in some ways. It's another place where like the reflection of the real world shines through in RJ's writing in an like unpleasant and possibly subconscious and fucked up sort of way. But I find it kind of tasteless and it bothers me.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Well, I mean,
point.
Forsaken was undercover. I mean,
Yeah, we've had a couple Forsaken undercover. We have Asmodean under
Cheers
a
to
new name.
you,
We've got-
Josh. Love
we've had a
Robbie,
few, but
Gabriel.
to your point, yes, for sure. The only female I can really think of would be like Avienda or any of the Aiel. They're not. How do you hide the fact that you're Aiel? You're bad.
And even Avienda, in a way,
You slouch.
is playing a different role,
You
right?
slap into
She's
a
been-
corner and shake uncontrollably.
Avienda, self-identifies as a maiden, and here she is, a wise woman now, playing this other role.
Yes.
So it's even true with Avienda, and that's the thing. It's like there's this I guess what it leaves me with is this nasty implication that like women are two-faced, right? That is what the implication is.
I mean, isn't the psychodrama of Rand the same thing that we're talking about through a male's perspective? The exact same thing.
Drama of Rand?
Yeah, like Rand, like the role of Rand versus the human of
The
Rand.
dragon?
Like, yeah, like whatever. Like,
But he's allowed to embrace that as his identity. In fact, it's the opposite. There he is trying to live up to an identity that has these burdens put on his shoulders. And for all of the women, it's the reverse. It's a negative functional transformation.
Well, and there's an acceptance for Rand, like whatever he needs to do to accomplish that one goal.
Oh,
Total, out of jail free card. What's that?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So, yeah.
like diplomatic immunity.
Yeah. Well,
I'm thinking Monopoly. Thank you.
well, this may, I mean, to a certain degree, Josh and Kay, these are very good points. This may reflect a little bit on Robert Jordan himself in his thinking of these things as well. I mean, so
Yes.
women.
There's an era, you know. There's
I'm gonna push
Well,
back.
let me-
Fucking
no, let me
Tom
finish,
Maryland.
let me finish,
Tom
let me
Maryland.
finish.
All right. Yeah.
So women are forced to hide their abilities, have to hide their identities, have to change these things, and it shows that in his view, women are liars, and Aes Sedai have to in fact swear an oath that they won't lie because they're women who are liars, but they have powers.
Right.
If that makes sense. I mean, and this isn't me speaking. This is
Yeah. No, I hear that. Yeah. But I also think that it's not, I mean, it's not so one-sided. I do, but I think it's more, I think of it more as a writing trope that he keeps falling into over and over again just to propel like storylines across like along. But like, I mean, I think even in book one, like the main character Tom, like we don't know who he is. Like he's been like, right? Like I mean, he's been a double agent, or he's been like
sneaky.
Not himself.
All the Gleemen are though, right? Like I think all the Gleemen are sneaky. All the Gleemen have like.
Lord Luke is a different character. Like he's masquerading as something he's not.
Yeah,
he's
I mean,
under
there are
a
these things,
disguise.
but to Josh's point, I mean, most of the women have to assume a different identity or hide their state. They are if they are able to do so, they are lying. And and that's what the oath rod forbids these powerful women from lying, because everyone knows that women lie.
And we've talked about this before. It's like, why the Aes Sedai, after the breaking of the world, were forced to take the oath for the protection of all humanity, right?
But there was a lot of just goodness before that, though. There was a lot of like natural just goodness, because the Dark One wasn't in the stuff, in the weaves. In the power, in the one power. There we go. That's the one, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. So he wasn't.
I mean, I agree with you, Elfwitch. I saw your comment
right.
there.
The Dark One is the taint. Okay, so I got it. Yep, I have to think of anatomy. It's the only way. And then so he's not if the Dark One's not part of the taint. It was just goodness all the way around. I think more so than, well, obviously,
male and female channelers working together.
Yeah, it was like good stuff, and they were all doing things that were triumphant and incredible, and like miraculously just erecting, these structures. It doesn't make any sense, really. But you know, I mean,
Brother Dan, did they write make the Kama Sutra during the Age of Legends?
I think yes. In fact,
that's about right.
Grendel actually wrote.
Why are you asking Brother Dan? I could.
Okay. Did they?
I'm pretty sure that's when it was first published. Thank you.
Seriously, guys. I mean, like,
I'm a no here at heart.
Sensual, sighting, lovemaking must be just glorious.
Well,
you can.
I don't think so. See, I'm glad that you brought this up, because it was just in the front of my mind too. I think actually,
and I love that. This is amazing. Go, Josh.
I think the last chapter of our previous show, well, the chapter where they talked about sex, seems to indicate that Rand couldn't do it while holding the void. The void melted away before sex started. Very explicitly.
Yeah. But I mean, all right. So
it withdraws the emotion. At the beginning of the final chapter of the last show, we learned that holding the void removes emotion. Which, granted, a man can probably do sex without emotion, if anyone can.
I mean, seriously. But don't you think these Aes Sedai bitches can too? Come on. Come on.
I think most Aes Sedai are like monks, and
You
they
motherfucking kidding me?
hold
Serious?
their
They don't have
tantric
sex?
energy to use on spells, except for the green, who are tantrika.
Obviously,
right?
not the green.
If you can make someone feel like they have nettles being slapped all across their body, you can have other sensations all across their body. You can, yeah. Come on. I mean, let's get a little creative. You guys are accomplished channelers. You and your lover, and you're gonna start doing shit. Seriously, you have complete control over this stuff. You don't need a safety word. You can heal.
Okay.
I'll be right back. So sorry.
All right, Sigmund. Sigmundaman.
Gonna breathe in Sigmund here. Let's see. So we learned that Elaine thinks that she can make an Adam. She's tinkering with it. She's like, God damn it, I think I can make this. And Nynaeve's like, who cares? And she's like, no, you don't get it. This is an Angreal or a Terangreal. I can maybe make this. It hasn't happened in thousands of years. What do you think of that? She's like, wow, big whoop. Woo! What do you want, a trophy?
I actually
Not
really
even
liked that
that.
interaction, though. And I know we really want to move on, but you're like, just dove right into like the interaction
Yeah.
that I was first excited about in these chapters, honestly. Because I was like, ah! Oh my God. And I ran out into the living room. I was like, are you telling me that Elaine can make a Terangreal right now? That's cool. Okay. That's what's happening? Did I just hear that right? Okay. Cool. Carry on.
Well, that's what she's saying. Nynaeve doesn't give her much credence or any credit at all. She's all, why do you want to do that? Don't fuck with the seal. Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
But it says the knowledge of the Age of Legends inside the heads of the Forsaken. If they use the shadow, I could puzzle out how Whitebridge was made too. And she's like, Whitebridge is way the fuck over there. Why are you? It's just stop. She's not very encouraging to Elaine, but Elaine is enthusiastic nonetheless. Julian says he saw Galad. Galad followed them. He's part of the White Cloak contingency across the river, which is a bummer because he wants to take Elaine back to Andor. And they're like, this shit is getting nuts. We'll stay here, but the first boat that can fit 4 people, we're getting the fuck out. She's like, all right, cool. And that's it. And the whole reason they're still hanging out is because Nynaeve can't figure out the name of the Saladar. She's like, what is it? It says it ends with a bar, or was
She's
it
like
dog?
salad bar,
yeah.
Something.
cable car,
Cable car is, yeah.
Mars bar.
Mars.
Flarkin Larkin.
Yeah. Near and far.
Jesus Star.
Yeah, Jesus Star.
How'd the wise men find him? The Jesus Star.
What do we have Christmas lights up for? It is not even Halloween yet.
But she's like, God damn it, I'll remember. And that's pretty much how it ends. I mean, is there anything that I missed in chapter 33 that we wanted to talk about here?
Oh.
It was essentially just, them
I love
evaluating their
these chapters.
situation.
You guys get all excited about like the battle chapters. I love this shit.
All
When
right,
they're
so
all,
tell
like,
me, what was your favorite part?
talking about stuff and getting all weird and manipulative and changing their roles and like faces and going into one world after the other and being weird. Anyways, I don't think that maybe we're not quite there, but yeah, I know I loved my favorite part was just Elaine being like super quiet while Nynaeve's just like
Yep.
and then Elaine's like shh, can you I can do this. Guess what that could mean. And Nynaeve's just so stupid. She doesn't get it. She's so dumb right now.
Her instincts are so off all the time.
And that's probably why I don't like her, because she's so just like, I'm just going to tug my fucking hair. These lamps are going to... Anyways, we'll go there. Okay, never mind. And yeah, she's just annoying. She's annoying as shit. But I liked the dynamic between the two of them, and that was interesting to me because it's like this little sister type bitchiness, but not because they're still.
But I mean, Elaine calls her out even in this chapter, so I skipped over it. But it says, "quote Elaine had stopped flirting with Tom. They had not had an incident since joining the show." But she kind of like calls Nynaeve out and says, quote, "Are you trying to find out if I will stand in your way with Tom, Nynaeve? He's rather old for you, and I did think you had planted your affections elsewhere, but you are old enough to make your own decisions. I am fond of Tom, and I think he is of me. I look at him like a second father. If you want to flirt with him, you have my permission, but I really did think you were more constant." I really did think you were more constant. That's
and
like,
isn't
I'm
that
not
like
mad
the
at
safe thing to
I'm not
be?
mad
Like,
at you. I'm just disappointed.
I'm disappointed in you. You are not who I thought you were. Right? It's like that kind of like dig. That kind of shit is very painful.
Let's replace
They're
constant
not
with
nice
faithful.
to each other.
Yeah.
These people are these B words are not nice to each other. I don't know why I'm censoring that.
Yeah, that one word.
I know.
Yeah.
The one
the
word.
B word, yeah.
Like these that's
These
not
bees are
nice.
being cunts. No, I'm just.
These bees are really being slay little fucking cunts. Anyway, yep. That's
This
about
is the way.
size.
Nynaeve also thinks that Elaine wants to perform. She's like, yeah, Elaine, she wants to leave, but she wants to perform. She really wants to perform. Are you guys? Do you
He's
think
an
that Nynaeve's right?
exhibitionist.
Is this Nynaeve's gig right now that she's like, she wants to show her skills off? What do you think, Josh?
Nynaeve? Elaine.
Nynaeve thinks that Elaine isn't that eager to leave because she learned all these high wire skills and she's kind of a
Yeah, she
future
does. She wants
performer.
to show him off. I mean, I don't know.
Is it true?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
All right. So we.
You lost Josh.
No, it's all right.
Well, what do you think, Kay? Do you
Get him
think?
back, Dan. Get him back, brother. Sorry, Josh. We're just trying to pique your interest.
Oh yeah, you're just trying to tickle it.
Right? Okay. Sorry.
So I was listening to this Philip Glass album the other day. Josh was like, "Oh."
Yeah. Was it 14? Yeah.
It was an obscure one. Oh. It hasn't been released in the United States. What?
That's
I got it from a German bootlegger. What?
Which one?
Which one?
I
Gunther?
personally am writing
Gunther?
each. Yeah, I'm in a correspondence with each German bootlegger.
Oh yeah, I know Gunther. Yeah.
Gunther.
The only other bit that I had about this chapter was the fire sticks.
Yes, Aludra, yes.
And
job.
you know how the show kind of shows Rand and his dad using a match in the first episode or third episode, wherever the Beltane episode is, where they're lighting the lantern with a match.
Oh, yeah. They also show them going to a 7-Eleven and getting a coffee.
Getting a copy of
Oh my gosh! Oh
right.
my gosh! A fire stick is a match.
Tam's like,
Okay.
are those
That-
sausages rotating in a constant manner?
She invented matches in this chapter.
Yeah, I did not understand that was a match. I just kept it as a fire stick in my brain.
Uh huh.
Yeah, they were
that
called
happened.
strikers.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
So yeah, and in fact, Nynaeve's
Sun.
like,
Is Nynaeve the sun? She's like the epitome of the sun, right? I think I've said that before.
Hi.
Carry on.
right.
Tam Thor at 7-Eleven is a very funny bit, Dan. Is that me rotating? It's like the turning of the pattern.
Look at all these eyes. All right.
No, yeah.
Chapter 34. Do we want to take a little break or do we? Oh, go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I love that Elaine is an artificer. Like, we're starting to see their roles.
A what?
An artificer?
A what? A what? Okay, I'm just kidding.
Artist-
Is that
Give us the definition.
That's supposed to be funny.
no, it's not. You didn't say artist fister. I'm googling artist fister.
Are you fisting artists, or are we?
Be careful what you Google without safe search turned on, Ryan.
Artists,
Yeah,
or are
what
we?
She's artificial.
Yeah, what are we?
Artificer, one who makes artifice. Artifacts.
Oh, right, because a
She's an
fisser.
artisan.
A fisser of arts. Okay, got
No,
it.
an artificer.
Artifice is it
Yeah,
spelled
no,
like fisser?
no.
Artificer.
How do you make artifacts? Hold on. Isn't an artifact?
What do you think an artifact is, my friend?
Don't you
Oh my
find
gosh.
artifacts?
Can we move on?
Artifacts are historical records.
That's only an archaeology.
My brain is
Artificer.
burning now.
In magic, you create artifacts.
Artificer.
There you go.
Artificer.
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 Jesus, Ryan.
Artificer.
Artificer. Artificer. Artificer. Artificer.
So if I'm gonna be
Artificer.
An artifact is an object made by a human being.
Artificer.
An artifact is just an object made by a human being.
so
That's why they're called artifacts that archaeologists discover, because they study humans
Artifact.
and what they did in the past.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, Josh?
Brother Dan.
Oh,
All right, so you can. I'm
writing it
that's
down,
interesting.
but, yeah.
I've always considered, or at least related, the term artifact to being something not of modern times and being something from past times. But
No, an
you're
artifact
saying that
can be
anything
created
that's
now.
made is an artifact.
hmm
Huh.
Anything a human makes is an artifact.
That sounds like artifiction.
but yeah.
It is artifiction.
I mean,
Nice.
like if I wad up some paper together and like draw some like a face on it, I didn't make an artifact. Like, what is the difference between like a something I made, like trash, right? Like there's got to be some denominator.
Well,
All right.
a shell midden is a human artifact that is made from the trash of ancient peoples.
Yes, but what
I mean, just as an example,
There is ancient or aged in that, though. I mean, if I 3D print something, is that an artifact?
yeah, sure. In the generic sense,
Josh said it's true, so it's true. Let's move
agree,
on.
Danjamin.
Yay! Okay. Hmm?
All right, good point. Let's move on.
All right.
Yes.
And Angel's here.
Hi,
yes,
Angel.
Well, good morning.
Brother Dan, I say we do take that break. It's been an hour.
Yeah, and then we'll get into Brigitte. We'll do all things Brigitte when we get back.
It's going to be great.
Verbo.
Great. It's gonna be great.
Greater. The greeting.
I'm gonna make a song.
All right.
I'm gonna make.
All right, hey, Brother Dan, also during this 10-minute break, think about these. I want us to write a parody, Tamal Thor for Tommy the Cat. Okay? Tamal Thor is
Primus song?
Tamal Thor is my name, and I say it to thee. Yeah, think about it. Loyal's Library, that is the music of...
Those are the exact notes, actually. You have a perfect pitch, Loyal's Library.
Quite incredible. Yeah, that is homunculus. Yeah. You want to tell him who said the music, Dan?
He just wrote the staff. He was like, all right.
Hey, Ryan, mute your Discord real quick, please.
Yep.
Mute your Discord, dummy.
But yeah, it's the music of Homunculus Rex. That's Ryan and myself. Ryan on bass and me doing the production, electronics and production.
That song's so old. When are you coming out with something new, guys? Boys?
It's so good, though. This does not need to be, like, current.
When Ryan visits Florida.
Time.
Are you working on your stuff together, guys?
Apparently, I gotta traverse the nation.
You gotta move. You gotta pack up and move,
and then
Leave
sit,
your
and then
family.
sit, and then sit next to
Make it
Josh and watch him produce.
Well, I mean, you can record bass in your house and send it to me, I suppose.
Yeah, and I'm all about it. Yeah,
Boys,
no.
it's all beats per minute, guys. That's all it is. Beats per minute.
Beats per minute, Dan. Yes. What and then what else, Dan? First you start with beats per minute, and then
cowbell,
and then
a
More cowbell?
whale and like Ingwe Malmsteen guitar,
okay, then a layer of chutzpah,
and then like a bassoon or a trombone. Guys, this is simple. It's formulaic.
Mm-hmm. That's how Bjork wrote her newest album.
That's no Britney Spears.
You know, Bjork's new album is coming out, and I started listening to it, and apparently it causes physical pain in case that I said
Oh, funny. You know, Ryan, that with my wife, it's Melt Banana. She cannot listen to Melt Banana at all.
Well, no human being can listen to Melt Banana.
It's
Only puppets. Only
mean,
puppets
Josh.
can listen to Melt Banana.
What is happening? They're a legitimately amazing band who
is
Mike
completely unlistenable by human beings.
Okay,
love it.
yeah. You
have to have felt
is
ears.
Mike Patton a human being? Is John Zorn a human being? Is
No.
all of the Bay Area human beings?
All the Bay Area.
We all
Ryan,
love
that's
Melt
questionable.
Banana. I turned the Bay Area onto Melt Banana, and now they all love it.
Wasn't P Street part of like?
I was the first.
Weren't they supposed to play there?
No, never.
Oh.
No, we don't. No, never ever. Don't you even think it?
No, in Plymouth or Plymouth Street. Anyway.
Nope. But yeah, I wish.
There was some Japanese band that was there, right?
Hi.
Jesus. Was that what they were called, or are you saying yes? Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Ryan doesn't watch. Chapter 34, A Silver Arrow. It has the cool WOT.com kind of logo.
Brigitte.
Is that Brigitta's? That's the Silver Arrow. That's her.
Oh no, I forget. What did we decide this was? The Kulendar disc or the seal or something?
I don't remember.
We figured out what this was at some point.
Was this Teleranrion?
It's the stone ring. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the stone ring.
Okay.
Well, speaking of which, Nynaeve is like, all right, I'm going to go to sleep. Elaine, give me the ring. We talked about it before. Nynaeve had been kind of taking the ring pretty much all the time. But it looks like Elaine is holding it.
She's
every
a
night.
little greedy.
But she's like, yeah. She just doesn't go when the wise ones are there. She's like, I don't want to deal with the wise ones. You deal with the wise ones. You're better at that than me, not me. I don't want to get chewed out by someone. So she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go. But before that, she's getting hit on hard. Like I'm surprised she's not bruised by how hard she is getting hit on by Valanuka, who lives on the second floor. Quote
There's a double meaning there. What you did there, that was genius.
That gown will frame your unfolding bravery to perfection, he murmured in her ear, yet not a quarter so well as you displayed yourself, for night-blooming Dara lilies would weep with envy to see you stroll beside the moonlit water, as I would do, and make myself a bard to sing your praises by this very moon. And she's like, Lan doesn't talk like that. That's kind of awesome, but I mean, he has these awesome shapely calves. I don't know, but she's like, yeah. But he is throwing it out there. He gets a 10 out of 10 for effort.
What? No, he does not. He's so
For effort?
He is too obvious, Brother Dan. And if that was me, if I was Nynaeve, I'd be like, dude, coming on strong.
But he's got big calf energy.
Big calf energy. But he just wait. We learned later on that she was just smiling at him and not actually telling him no. She was just smiling at him.
Yeah, Elaine's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just leading him on.
Like, look how you're dressing.
Yeah.
Look at you, hussy.
But then Nynaeve is like,
crazy.
Are you fucking serious? And flips her braid. Doesn't even tug it, but just like does something with her braid that lights up all the lamps in the room. Fire sticks happen, I guess.
No, she says
like, later on they're like, use the fire
use
stick
the power
instead. Don't
Yeah.
do that because then you could aim incorrectly and then like you're gonna fuck shit up if you don't channel them the right way.
Yeah.
Right?
I think
Which
it's
is
also
good
so
advice.
they don't
Which
get
is
caught.
good advice.
It is good advice.
Like a woman
Need
could
to
be
go-
walking by and feel the channeling and be like, wait, what's going on?
Hashtag big calf energy.
Big calf energy.
No, hashtag big calf energy.
But the way it's written there, it looks almost like a coffee slogan. Hashtag big cafe.
She does
Cafe.
recognize.
Oh, are we going? Let's go to that big cafe, Nergy.
The big cafe energy.
You call Nergy?
The cafe.
Do the calf with a K.
Cafe Nergy.
The cat.
But I'm not sure
Big
what
calf.
you mean. I don't know what.
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
All right, Josh.
Who are you talking to?
Oh no! The K just slips into her secret language that she has with her inner voice.
Sorry.
It sounds.
Who are you
a lot
talking
like,
to, Kay?
She went meow, meow, meow,
I
meow,
was
meow, meow.
asking Ryan a question.
Oh,
Oh,
that was for
I was
Ryan. That's what I was asking. Is who was
but
the question for?
I get syllables all mixed up, and things happen like that sometimes in my brain to my mouth hole, and then outwards it's not good. So then, yeah, I was saying hashtag big calf energy.
your mouth
But I was
is
like,
one of my favorite holes of yours.
energy. What is that? Well, I don't know. Yes, see, Skeeter gets me. Can I just? This sums it up. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on from the big calf energy.
So she does recognize the
Yeah.
quote.
Another
Skeeter
type.
comes for the save. Josh, you go on.
Never mind.
No,
Sorry.
that was just really bad timing.
Sorry.
Quote, it was all to the aid of his bloody show.
Oh my god! Okay, my whole notebook just fell off my lap. I got so excited.
All right, I'll drink to that.
Thank you. Seriously.
Wait.
I'm not sure what that means.
See? Okay, no, thank you,
just a little
Brother
boy.
Dan. I'll drink to that, right? And why, Brother Dan? Why would you drink to bloody show?
Because peer pressure. I don't know what it meant. I'm just a little boy. I don't know. I don't know.
Wow. You're making me work for it,
anytime
aren't you?
Josh does something and drinks, I'm with him, man. I'm with you, bro.
Oh, man.
All I was saying is that Elaine's not totally blind to his manipulations. So Luca's manipulations, machinations, manipulations.
Yes, yeah, I mean, his motivations certainly are laid out on the table. But what do we think of him in
Wait,
hitting
are
on
they?
Nynaeve?
Bloody show?
I mean, is he being genuine or is he just being a creeper?
Manipulating.
Kay, do you think he's really into Nynaeve?
I mean, no, I don't. I think that he has his own agenda. At this point, it doesn't seem like he's really doing anything specifically. I don't totally know, and I don't remember all the stuff. But from what I do remember, no, I don't think he's being, like, honest. I don't know if no was the right answer to that question, but I don't think he's being honest with everything.
Okay.
And I do think he has his own agenda. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Josh, what do you think?
I think I already said. I mean, I think he's a manipulator.
But so he's not
I
genuine.
don't think
at
it's
all?
legit. I don't think that he's. Well, is he attracted to her? Possibly.
Sure.
But
like
the primary interest is for his own good.
Okay.
To give something to their show that is not that which is found in the other 14 menageries that are their competitors in this physical space.
So when they first met, they all kind of chose roles, and he's like, "What do you do?" She's like, "I gave out the money."
Right.
Do you think it is just him trying to, like, get close to the leader of this kind of crew, as to have a better influence over the group?
No, I think he's just trying to add acts to his menagerie.
But they're already
And he knows
acting.
that.
They're already in there. Like, she's already, like, taking knives. Like, she's already.
Well,
agreed
but not in front of anyone. None of them have performed yet.
Okay.
But he sees Tom as an asset, and that this is something that would bring something to the show that no one else has.
Huh. Okay.
Huh. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
But I don't know. I mean, that's why I asked the question an hour
it's fun.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Hey.
the answer. But
Hey, we're
I mean,
really
he is
thorough, Josh. We're really
he is an
thorough.
entrepreneur.
this is the most thorough I think we've ever been.
I mean, come on, we're talking about Val and Luca.
And I
He
love
lives
it.
on the second
There's
floor.
He
nothing
lives on the
wrong
second
with
floor.
thorough.
Yeah.
I'm good with thorough.
It's Val and Luca. So Nynaeve, they decide Nynaeve's going into Teleranrion. She has to talk to Brigitte.
Okay.
Falls asleep. Boom. There she is. She's wearing the cool red dress. And it's got an ample bosom and everything.
The cool red dress you
Cool,
called
like
it.
the
That's-
crimson dress. Yeah. It's,
Mhm.
she's like, Lan would do me so hard in this. No. Stout two rivers wolf. Boom.
Oh, and then she kind of goes into this, like, kind of thing later, right? Where I don't know if it's later. I don't know how much later. But right, like the Lan thing, she gets pissed off in her head about, like, well, guys always kind of are like that. But Lan better not be. But yeah. I could kind of be. And there's a double standard again, right? Like, that's not really cool. So yeah, again, you're circling back to this guy.
Well, and it's her first boyfriend. It's her first boyfriend.
Yeah, and she's pretty old to be having that. I do. Okay. I get it. I get that. I can give her that much.
Yeah.
Enough,
And it's
enough
like
to
her
crush her head.
boyfriend is like the leader of like the Hell's Angels, or like and like he's a bad dude. He's like everyone does like is scared of him because he's so gnarly, and she's like, oh, he's just a snuggle bear, and they're like, no, that's Lan the Stoneface. Anyways,
Fleshy friends.
anyways, so she goes to sleep. Boom.
I like that
she-
Mistress movie.
That is nice. I love that.
Thank you.
So,
Fleshy.
what do we make of this comment about the only wild creatures have their reflection in Tel'aran'rhiod?
I highlighted that as well because the lion's eyes shone as they watched her from their cages.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wouldn't a lion? So a lion does not
Wouldn't
have
a
the same
lion-
autonomy as a wolf,
The
apparently.
white-faced
because they're
bears were
in a
dark
cage.
sleeping mounds beneath the iron bars. So the animals that are considered still wild are the lions and the bears, but the dogs, horses, and Shreddit, the elephants, are no longer showing in Tel'aran'rhiod because they've been so domesticated.
I suppose, but the lions are still in the cage. And so they don't have the
Yeah, but they're
autonomy
still-
of a wolf, right?
Sure, but they're still wild, which is why their reflection shows there.
Yeah.
They are not domesticated.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
yet,
but-
The Shreddit, the elephants
caged,
being
so what is a caged animal gets pissed off?
well,
Yes.
Well, it just sucks
All
that
of
they dream
these-
in a
all of
cage, too.
Characters feel like an animal equivalent. We've got a raven, we've got a wolf parent, we've got I don't know what the fuck Matt is, but
Uh-huh.
we've got
Matt's a
what else? Josh, come on. There's so many others. Oh wait, there's the come on, chat. You know, there's so many. There are lots, aren't there? Lots. It feels
Yeah,
like
no, there's a lot of animal
Because all of them,
illusions.
did I name them all?
There's the Lion Throne of Andor. There's a lot, for sure.
Yeah. There's an elephant representing the circus. I don't know. And that's like a whole culture of people. Josh, is my headache transferring to you? Or am I giving you a separate?
I'm just tired.
Okay, yeah, I know.
I've been up since like
Oh.
6.
Yeah.
Let's
So
let's
90. Yeah. Let's
Forward.
go. Yeah.
Forward
Brigitte hooks up with Nynaeve. She's like, "What? Hey, that dress is
Hubba.
pretty hot. I wore a dress like that one time to get Guydale Kane." Woo. And she's like, "Hey, come with me. You looking for a Mogideon? I found her, but she's with some cats." They go, boom. She's like, "Fine." They were standing on nothing, infinite blackness all around, no way to tell up from down, and in every direction, a fall that would last forever. Head spinning, she made herself look where Brigitte pointed, and then suddenly there was Mogideon. And Mogideon was talking to some other Forsaken. You find out that it was Lanfear, Grendel.
I thought
Robbie.
Mogideon was hiding in the shadows, not talking to them, but just observing them.
Thank you. I also thought that because I thought that Nynaeve and Brigitte did not actually see
Yeah, Mogideon
Mogideon.
is only spying on
until
them.
she like popped up.
Oh,
participating.
Like,
you are
took 'em down.
correct. It
So,
says
but
below them,
Brigitte said there's
Mogideon-
5. Yeah.
Mogideon also stood on darkness, a garb nearly as black as what surrounded her, bent and listening intently. And as far below her, 4 huge high-backed chairs, each different, sat on an expanse of glistening. So yes, Mogideon was. I did not pick that up. Thank you. I thought she was there.
Good job, first timers.
Good job. Yeah. You get a gold star. So it is Ravine, it is Samael, it is
I want to start
Lanfear,
her
and it is
time,
Grendel.
Brother Dan.
What's that
Say
again?
again?
I said I want a star chart next time, Brother Dan.
Yeah, and
Well,
keep
and
that
I
mic
want
close to you.
Grendel's hair, case that I.
And I want Brigida's silver bow. All of you. Okay? I'm just kidding. I do.
Oh, please don't give her that.
Well,
Please don't give her
Grendel's
that.
hair is sexy as hell. Not only are there acrobats, but, quote, she blushed when she realized that there were some performing more than acrobatic tricks.
Uh,
Hubba hubba.
And I do love that.
what was that sound you just did?
Samael's
It sounded weird.
Hubba.
It's like a,
Hubba hubba. Auga.
chair is made from armored men and horses, which we know he's like. Right, we learned that he only pursues when the battle is going to be in his favor.
Yes.
He's a military man, essentially.
Well, he's got that huge scar on his face.
That too, which is from he chose to not have removed, and it's from
Because he's so emo.
it's from Rand, the person Rand's reincarnated as. God, my brain is so tired.
Loose Theron.
Loose Theron, thank you.
So the whole plan is that they are setting up one of them to be bait for Rand, while the other three are going to link. It is Samael is going to be the bait, while
I
Ravi.
thought Samael was going to come after him. No?
Well, it says if it says you agree to all this, Samael. Why do you begin to quibble now? So that's pretty much the deal. He will come for you, and while he is fixed on you alone, the three of us linked will take him. What has changed to alter any of that? And the scarred man said, nothing has changed, least of all my trust of you. I'll be part of that link. So Samael does not
You're
want
going
to
to
be
link,
excluded
and then
from
I'll
this power
take
link.
him.
Yeah.
Right?
So Samael's
not
the bait. Yeah, Samael seems like is the bait, and the other three are like, yeah, we'll pounce when he goes for you.
Yeah. And then
It
he's
says-
like, fuck. He goes, I don't want to be the bait. I want to be in that link with you guys. I don't want to be left out of that, like, power link.
Right. Yeah. I think that's, yeah.
So that's like a big shift in their whole, like, their whole plan.
Yeah, it says he will concentrate on you. The big man said in a deep voice, and that big man we know is Ravine, who is
Ravine,
Lord
yeah.
Gabriel.
Okay, bro.
And if need be, one close to him will die plainly at your order. He will come for you, and while he is fixed on you alone, the three of us linked will take him. But Samael wants to be involved in all that. He's like, well, hold on. No, you guys, no, come on. I don't trust you. Anyways, Brigitte takes Night and Neve out. He's like, yep, that there was Mogideum, but it was dangerous. And then, boom, Mogideum shows up. Bow! Brigitte, boom, I'm throwing you 50 feet to bounce against a wagon. Boom, Nynaeve, I'm going to shield you from the source. You can feel it, but you can't touch it. How about that? And now I'm talking shit. Now I'm telling you, you are going to be a horse. I'm going to compel you to betray Elaine. You are my dog now, girl. Yes, that. And then Mogideon takes an arrow. Thunk. Oh. She turns around, sees Brigitte is standing up again, reloading, and she does something to Brigitte. It says, quote,
Does she? And this is the big question of the chapter right here.
Yes, it is.
And what?
Well, let me read it, and then we'll talk about it. It says, the glow around Mogideon increased until it seemed as if the blinding sun surrounded her. The night folded in over Brigitte like an ocean wave, enveloping her in blackness. When it passed, the bow dropped atop empty clothes as they collapsed. The clothes faded like fog burning off and only the bow and arrows remain, shining in the moonlight, very much like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, it didn't say that last one part, but
Very much.
he pulled an Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That was funny.
So you don't think that Mogedium consists?
Opposite happens with Obi-Wan Kenobi, just to be clear. Only the robe is left over. And
Josh,
bye.
it's not about that right now. We're not talking about
Well,
that.
here it was. The
Don't use a fucking analogy if it's not.
Again, you know they're going to go down this rabbit hole if you open it up. They're going to dive right out, and we're going to be stuck in it for hours. I'm kidding. We love you guys, and this is so much fun. It is, actually.
You know the B, it's OB1, it's O Brigitte 1. That's
Brigitte 1.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's
Please, no! No!
Yes, God, please, yes. So we Brigitte gets pulled out.
Big
boom.
3PO.
See. I don't think we should do this, Josh.
He's not going to let you live this down. He's not going to let you live this down. Can you hear me okay still?
Much better. Get up.
DKmoon
Eat that mic.
coming at it hard here.
Right.
Yeah. Nice. That's beautiful.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
That's
It ends. Nynaeve's portion ends with her crying aloud, saying, "God, no!" and is saying, "Quote: There was no answer except the mournful cry of a night bird." And then, boom, we get to Liandrin. And Mogedion pops out of Tel'aran'rhiod bleeding like a dog. She's like, "Help! Heal me! Chesmol.
Great
Chesmol's
name.
like,
Great
"You got
name.
it. Hey, no problem, boss. I got you. Heal."
no,
Boom.
it's isn't it Shamil?
Shamil?
Shemazel, right?
All right, Chismal?
Chismal? Shemazel?
Yep.
I can never
Shamil,
remember
Shemazel.
what it is. It just translates into living surely. Anyway,
She heals Mogedion. Liandrin tries to throw a shield over Mogedion, and Mogedion, even in her weakened state, still is way stronger than Liandrin. Boom. She's like, "You are gonna be my dog. How dare you?" She's like, I just wanted you to sleep well." She's like, "The fuck you did." That's a lie. And then she's like, she shields her, ties it off, and says, "You will never touch the source again. Sucks to be you." Starts talking, saying, "Yeah, there's a menagerie over in Geldon. Go find him." That's what we heard. Liandrin's like, "Please, boss, please." They just ignore. Liandrin's like, "Hey, listen, we can take her over. We can be like Forsaken. We can be the champions." And they're like, "Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna give you over to what's his name?
Fat Evan.
And it's suggested that Evan is the rapey kind. I don't know.
Well, he was eyeing her up already when she was entering the house, and last time we saw her.
So we don't see good things in store for Liandrin, I suppose.
well,
But we do learn that Mogedion was. Say again, I'm sorry.
Oh,
With a
I said,
jaw
and
like
I'm not
that.
mad about. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hair. What did you say? Hair.
Go ahead.
What did Josh say?
I said with a jaw like that.
Oh yes, we like a girl with a strong jaw. That was from a weird ass movie, a Jim Carrey line, and I don't even remember which one. So don't ask. Did we ever get to the ivory chair? Did we skip right over that? I feel like we skipped right over it. But did you mention it and I wasn't listening, or what happened?
Yeah, we mentioned it. That was a drinking obligation. She blushed when she noticed that when she realized that some were performing more than just acrobatic tricks. But what did you want to say about it?
No, I just underlined the whole paragraph like many times and then made myself a note. Ivory chair. With a thumbs up thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I liked that part.
Yes. Yay.
It was fun for me to read because anything of that nature is kind of fun because it's the little bitty kernels that we are getting, and not a whole healthy kernel. Even the igloo scene fell short. So, this is I take what I can get.
Okay.
With the sex ivory chair.
Well, Grendel certainly has a motif. She
Right,
likes-
a leitmotif.
She likes seeing some boning going on, I think.
Rowan
Here,
Bonin.
let's rip through this last chapter. It's only like 5 pages or so. It's chapter 35. It's ripped away, and it is a direct continuation. It is Elaine's point of view, and is the wheel with the snake intertwined as the icon. Elaine is apparently watching Nynaeve sleep for 2 hours, just watching her. She can't do anything. She's like, damn, I already figured that thing out. I can't do anything else. This is boring. Suddenly, Nynaeve is like kind of crying. She's like, well, I'm going to wake her up. And then she's like, oh, girl, light, my foolish pride, my foolish pride. Elaine's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know why.
She's like, I killed her. And Elaine's like, what are you talking about? Suddenly, what? Oh, at the door, it's Tom and Julian, and they are carrying a woman in a naked woman wrapped in a rug.
I don't even know if they knocked. It felt to me like they busted in that door, and they were like, hey, she's still alive, she's still alive. And they're like, what's that? Or like Nynaeve was still away a little bit in the room and didn't see.
Well, Nynaeve's like, tell him to go away.
She's actually shrouded in Tom's cloak.
Oh, okay, Tom's cloak.
Okay. It's Encyclopedia. Josh has it.
I mean, I just happened to read it from the sentence.
She's shrouded in Tom's cloak.
Which is a kind of an interesting symbol, but...
Do tell.
Well, what is a gleeman? What do they do?
Wear cloaks.
But they also tell histories.
History of...
Who you asking?
They tell the myths of time, right? They tell the myths of the heroes of the Horn. Why do we have an echo?
Yeah, where is it?
I hear it too, though.
And then here we have a hero of the Horn made flesh, incarnate, being delivered from a gleeman's cloak.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, say
That's
that
beautiful.
Say that sentence one more time, please.
That gleeman's job, one of their tasks, is to tell the mythology of the heroes of the Horn. And here we have a hero of the Horn made incarnate in the flesh, being delivered naked from a gleeman's cloak.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. That's great, Josh. That's amazing.
Right,
The symbolism in that is really powerful.
That is really
a
powerful.
good gleeman brings a story to life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Did either one of the puppets?
No, Josh. No.
Yeah,
No,
No,
Josh.
of course not. No. You guys are-
No. I'm gonna.
It's just a cool symbol.
Not us.
Hey, Brother Dan, next week, let's wear the beanies. Maybe we'll do better.
Yeah, okay.
I
I'll wear it.
just need the dome.
I think we need some beanie power.
Dome warmers.
Dome
So
warmers.
the men bring her in. According to Julian, it says, quote, I woke for a moment and suddenly she was standing there naked as the day she was born, collapsing like a cut net.
Okay, so we still need to go back briefly, at least, to what the fuck. What did Mogideon do to Birgitte?
Okay.
How is it that she appeared in the real world?
Yeah.
And what was the cloak of darkness that overcame her? And would she have faded away if she hadn't been bonded by Elaine.
I think she would have been faded away. Although it's weird for her to actually survive. Although she is kind of like is she being reborn? But she's in her own body. When you're reborn, are you in a baby's body? Because she's
normally when they reincarnate, they're born as babies and they don't have their memories and they have a different name than babies.
Okay, good. That's what I understood too, and I just wanted to make sure that I was accurate with that. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, this is very complicated, and it's a really good question.
I mean, I just feel like it's very hand wavy. Like we're probably never going to get a good answer to like what the hell actually happened. I'm imagining.
I hope we get an answer. Are you kidding me?
Hand wavy.
Oh my gosh, we better get an answer.
I mean, well, Nynaeve herself states very clearly what the issues are. She was like, quote, "She was one of the heroes bound to the wheel of time, destined to be born again and again to make legends. She wasn't born this time, Elaine. She was ripped out of Teleran reality as she stood. Is she still bound to the wheel, or has she been ripped away from that too? Ripped away from what her own courage earned her because I was so proud."
No.
So she has all the memories. This is a very powerful character then. She's in the current world with all of the memories of the past. Yes. And she's able to carry that into the current world. This has become a very powerful character in our situation.
Yes, it is. Yep.
That is like so similar to that too, right? So like is there a like
you're right.
Happens there, they can do some good if they both have some strong memories about that stuff, right?
Awesome. Yeah, no, that's a great point. Matt and Brigitte. Yeah, it's awesome.
And she has been now a warder. So do you think that these memories will link with Elaine?
What do you mean? Oh. Ooh, okay.
The memories link with Elaine?
I don't think they have.
Will they like download like a USB cable?
Or would she? Yeah, I guess just
what you mean.
Is those experiences. So because we learned that she bonds Brigitte as a warder, as the only way that she thinks of in order to save her life.
Oh, then yes, because she's going to feel all the things that Elaine... Wait, what was the question again? But she's going to feel all the things that Elaine feels, right? So I'm not sure.
But is she going to have the same...
Right, but Brigitte had all these memories from her past lives. Do you think that will be any part of will Elaine be able to access any of these, or no? Okay,
don't think so.
Yeah, it's a dumb question, I guess. I'm just wondering.
I don't know. That's a very difficult question because I don't even know. I don't know what the like. That feels like it feels like a Moraine land situation type thing, right? Any sort of warder Aes Sedai bond, but not because it almost then because Elaine did that. So then she was talking about doing like being able to make the Tangreals. So perhaps.
And this is the first warder that we know of that has all these memories. Has like a conscious memory of all these past lives. I mean, so just in general, I was wondering if you thought that would alter the bond at all. I guess.
I was thinking
bonding an immortal hero as opposed to.
So.
Yeah, I was thinking through it, but I do think that that's a possibility because I don't know that I know enough about that. I think it would compare to the Soldam and Adam's like relationship more so than necessarily would. I don't because of the whole Tangreal talk.
Yeah,
chapter. It feels more like that type of thing. She's like, "Oh, I bonded." Or like, right? Bonded with a water bond.
It's a water
but
bond,
that's not actually, I think this is going to be different because.
Yeah. I mean, she more or less is she bonded more or less a Marvel superhero. Like this was like almost a comic book hero that she bonded. She like almost bonding Spider-Man or something, like This
like somebody that's epic from the history of histories and like has all of these experiences and knowledge of like what could happen in so many different various scenarios. And then isn't she kind of she's like not a good person either though, right? Like, so is this a Forsaken like in the real world, or like what's her purpose here? How did that happen? Like, how is Mo Gideon doing something? Like, what did Mo Gideon's influence have on her? Did it change her? Is she still the same person? I have so many questions.
Actually, let's get back to that question. I want to go back to the whole thing that Josh was postulating. Like,
sorry,
did Mo Gideon do something to rip Birgitta out of the Tel'aran'rhiod, or was it something else? And I think that's actually a very valid, very, very valid question. Could this be like the act of Birgitta like shooting Mo Gideon like somehow was affecting the pattern in such a way that the pattern had to like reset.
Okay, wait. The wheel will weave as the wheel wills. I'm always going back to that.
Because could it have been the pattern ripping her out of Tel'aran'rhiod itself?
Because she's still essential to the completion of the next.
And Brigitte should not have been involved. Guido Kane even warned her, saying, "Hey, what are you doing, lady? Stop!"
But maybe this is Elaine's. Maybe this is Elaine's TAVERN, right? Or maybe the pattern needs Elaine to be a green, and this is the way of ensuring that happens after her vision of Rand.
Huh?
No way.
Interesting.
Huh?
I mean, all of these are. I mean, it's
questions.
More questions than answers, but
this did provide more questions
because
than answers.
It is. It does not. Yeah, how Mo Gideon responds to the whole thing did not seem like she was like, yeah, like she didn't have like the classic like, yeah, you go to burn in hell, Birgitta, or whatever. And then like she was like,
I mean,
totally
she did glow as bright as the sun, and then suddenly she was consumed. So the way, if we're taking it the way that it's written, it is implied that it was a cause and reaction from Mo Gideon doing whatever she did, and then suddenly the darkness consuming. But if we read,
so was it a mistake
points
that she appeared in the real world, or was appearing in the real world necessary for her soul to evaporate? For lack of a better term, her soul to evaporate into nothingness when she becomes detached from the Tel'aran'rhiod and is not incarnate in a new body.
These are the questions.
Yeah, they keep me up at night.
Seriously.
Well, so what if Mo Gideon had just turned around and shot a bow and arrow at her?
At Birgitta?
Yeah, in response. Would
Birgitta seemed to imply in the past that she would die if she died in Tel'aran'rhiod. She wouldn't be reborn.
Correct.
Yeah.
So why not kill her? Why evaporate her to the real world? Or was that a mistake because she was shot while doing the operation, and this was the fail state of Mo Gideon's attempt on her life in Tel'aran'rhiod? Was it intentional that she was brought to the quote-unquote real world, the default world, or was that the fail state of the mistake of her attempt on her life in Tel'aran'rhiod?
But you're convinced that Mo Gideon caused her to...
I'm not convinced.
Okay.
I thought it might have been Nynaeve who...
I thought it was Nynaeve too.
Evaporated her, potentially.
I totally read it the first time as Nynaeve.
But Nynaeve was
the person that
blocked from using the power?
Nynaeve,
Could it have been Lanfear or another Forsaken? I mean, again...
Well, I think it makes sense that Mo Gideon did it. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
why would Mo Gideon send her to the real world as opposed to just killing her in Tel'aran'rhiod?
Yeah,
Go, Nynaeve.
I
Brother
think
Dan-
maybe there's a power match there. Like maybe they're both so powerful and they've both been around so long that they just have too much of the same shit and
too much.
and like one stays in Tel'aran'rhiod, the other one goes into the. I don't know.
There's a glow around Mogideon, is blinding sun surrounding her, and then this night folded over Brigitte, and then it says, Mogideon sank to her knees, panting, clutching the protruding arrow shaft with both hands as the
Yep, she
glow
did.
around her faded and died. Then she vanished, and the silver arrow fell where it had been, stained dark with blood.
Yeah.
So it is implied that Mogideon had something to do with it.
Well, is it implied, or is it just that they're happening concurrently? And that is, I mean, I agree. One potential implication of their concurrency is that there is a causal relationship between the two.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not clear, and we don't
Not, yeah.
hear an answer
Not
from
clear,
Mogideon.
You're right. It's
not
clear.
definitive. You're right.
It
Because
does,
also, wouldn't
I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
wouldn't there have been like maybe more visible weaves, right, from Nynaeve's perspective? Right, so she saw this big glowing light. Was
Well,
that?
she was
I
shielded.
thought she couldn't channel. She can't channel.
No, she can still. Then what was she seeing? This she saw light. Was it like an artificial light, an actual glowing light, or is it like actual someone
By her
seeing someone
touching
channeling? Yeah,
Sidene.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, she still can channel.
That's a good point.
She
There
just
weren't.
couldn't
Yeah.
then, so she can still see it, right? Because you can still see channels when they happen when you're able to channel, but you just even if you like can't channel at that moment, you can still
you can still see the weaves. Yeah. So she's watching this happen. Was she actually seeing weaves, or is she actually seeing the actual output of the weaves?
We got to
which is
go
the glow?
up a couple of paragraphs. So
Take us there.
she's
right.
Mogideon's talking to Nynaeve, but you are going to bring her to me like a pet. Mogideon screamed as a silver arrow suddenly stuck its head out from below her right breast. Nynaeve fell to the ground like a dropped sack. The fall, blah blah blah. Straining debris, she struggled to move, make rack muscles move, fight through the pain to Sidar, sorry. Staggering to her feet, Brigitte fumbled another arrow from her quiver. Go, Nynaeve, it was a mumbling shout. Get away. Then, the glow around Mogideon increased until it was almost as if the blinding sun surrounded her. So is the blinding light from her getting hit with the arrow? Or is it her embracing Sidar
I think
to warp Brigitte out of Tel'aran'rhiod? Right? Again, I think going back to the idea that she's broken the rules that are set forth for the Heroes of the Horn within the TAR, could this be a retribution for that behavior? Again, more questions than answers, but it's not clear that what Mogideon was doing in that moment of pain was channeling when the light started glowing from the narrative.
I agree. I'm not sure what else it could be because you can't heal yourself.
Right. But maybe it was her trying to get herself out of the Tel'aran'rhiod and back to the real world herself.
So yeah, it seems like we'd have to look for very specifically like that whole black envelopment, like whatever, however it phrases. Like maybe that'll occur, has already occurred, or will occur later, and will give us some clues. But like that is such a unique way of putting it. We've never really seen anything like it. A light happening and then a blackness.
And why
comes.
did the clothes fade but the bow and arrow remain? But one or two of and the one arrow that she was holding makes it to the real world, but the one that was in Mogideon is left behind.
Yeah.
Two vastly different outcomes for the same type of object within the same context.
Yeah. Well, the
So
object.
there's something going on there.
Well,
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree with you.
She's connected to that. Obviously, that object.
She's holding the arrow when it appears in the real world.
Yes.
Right, Brigitte is. But she was also holding the bow and the quiver, but those didn't make it.
Wait, don't they? Wait,
No,
what
the
did-
bow and the arrows remained shining in the moonlight.
I know, but what didn't they find something?
They only find one arrow with her,
Okay.
which is the one she was holding, presumably, when she
Okay.
vaporized out of her clothes.
Yeah.
Again, this is what I mean about it being hand wavy. It's like there could be a lot more care put into how this is constructed, unless it's meant to be a mystery, which is a possibility, right?
Of course.
I mean, do you think possibly the bow is like a Telangriel type of thing, or maybe
only an object.
or just an object similar to like the dagger or something to that effect?
I think it's more likely that it's just an object within Tel'aran'rhiod
Oh,
and doesn't have any real
maybe.
thing in the real world. Because isn't there this concept of like you can't create a life
Maybe.
from the Tel'aran'rhiod? So the fact that we have a human being ripped from the TAR and incarnated is kind of against the whole idea of what the Tel'aran'rhiod is, too. It flies in the face of the way we've heard the Tel'aran'rhiod defined. I know that Hopper talks about coming to the Tel'aran'rhiod, quote, in the flesh, and that being dangerous. But she wasn't flesh, so how does she become flesh in the real? Again, it's like there's just so much uncertainty in this area
This
of
is the
the
first
text.
time that we've seen anything like this, or that we've known for this to be true, right? So this is just epic in that way, and so Brigitte is special.
Yeah. Super
Like,
super
I mean,
warrior. Yeah.
I mean, to put it obviously, seriously,
And now she's a warrior.
she's
So
that
MaTsDaGger kind of agrees with one of our theories there. I mean,
always.
Yeah, so I like so that kind of like it specifies like, oh, you're gonna die, it's imminent. So the pattern says zoop.
After the world.
well, the Holocaust piece says she dropped the bow, which kind of goes along with what I was thinking.
So like
Agreed.
okay, so like maybe the pattern just needed her to be in the freak.
That's great.
Wait, when you rapture me.
Well, I like that concept that the clothes are ephemeral and are variable, but with Brigitte, the bow and silver arrows were a
part of her identity.
Yeah.
And wait,
Which is weird because I mean, like, she obviously like that would make for. Okay, I'm not gonna make that joke. But yeah, like she's not born with silver arrows, like as a baby, right? Like so, at some point in her incarnations, she's coming across silver arrows each time.
Yep.
I thought she was just like
Okay.
there.
Well, there's Bitcoin arrows. There's
Okay.
Doge arrows.
There are
Ethereum,
non-fungible token arrows.
Yes. Jeez, you really need to stay close to that mic. It's way better every time.
Oh shit, man. Okay, I
know.
gotcha. I'm like right up against it now.
Let's do it.
Puppets.
There we go. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, now we're
Hello,
professional.
hello,
This is a
hello,
professional
hello.
show we got going on now.
Hello. Okay,
I mean, we
So,
got it.
sorry.
It pretty much ends with Nynaeve going, all right, well, we clowns to the left of us, jokers to the right.
Here I am.
Here I am in the middle, but to the right.
We're trying to we're going to get a boat, but Nynaeve is all bummed out. She turns emo. She's like, I need to be alone. I need to go take a walk. And she's like, yeah, I can't beat Mogideon. I just almost killed Brigitte.
Let's just take a walk on the wild side.
And she's mad. That's it. I mean, is there anything else we want to kind of talk about?
Oh, Elaine believes that she'll bounce back. Right? That's
She always
nice.
does.
Yeah. She'll learn from her mistakes, like the end of every GI Joe. There's a lesson.
Nynaeve or who? Brigitte will? Who's
Nynaeve, yeah, she'll learn a lesson.
Knievel?
I mean, yeah, I know. Knievel, I don't know. But again, Laverne and Shirley is just radiating in my brain. Fun stuff. Josh?
Yeah. She's got Laverne and Shirley. What do you got?
Yep.
For what? I'm sorry.
Nothing.
What else do we want to
Any
talk
final
about before we wrap up?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So, we pretty much, this was big. Elaine, as an accepted, gets a warder, which is not the norm. And it is a hero of the horn. And we also hear some menagerie stuff. Hopefully we got a gig for the girls coming up, maybe, huh?
Yeah. Sunday night at the Blue Lagoon.
We are doing 3 more chapters next week. We are doing chapter 36.
Episode 99.
Called A New Name. We're doing chapter 37. Performance in Samara. And chapter 38, An Old Acquaintance. And that's it.
Well done.
Guys,
There was this interesting, and this is
Go
good.
ahead.
The last little thing was like the connection, how Nynaeve didn't come away with like welts on her skin. And so Elaine surmises that it's a link similar to an Adam that Mogideon used to cause her to feel pain without having the physical ramifications of it in Tel'aran'rhiod. Which just is an interesting callback to her desire to create the Adam as a TerrAngreal as an artificer in the previous chapter.
and not only that, Josh, but she also says, I don't think you even need a chain.
Yeah, that was interesting too. Yeah.
I just think
because-
So is the chain there for the Suldams or the Damanes?
Well, they said they can both, like, they spoke about how they both need to be able to channel, right?
Well, it's a link, but it's only one directional, where one woman takes full control. And that the chain is unnecessary, which means, is the chain there for the psychological impact for the Damane or the Suldam?
Or
No,
both.
The woman controlling or being controlled?
That's a very good question. Also, did you notice
I don't know the answer. Just
in
curious.
the last scene of the Amazon show when we meet the Shanshan, the women have that mouthpiece, and then they have this ring around the wrist, and there's no chain, and people
Yeah, I
are
didn't
like,
see
"What
any
the
chain."
f?" Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's actually canonical, which is kind of cool. Oh, speaking of canonical, we are sponsored by a coffee company. Before we say goodbye, I want to remind everyone of our brand new amazing sponsor, Taurus Hat Coffee Company.com. If you want coffee delivered to your door, if you want to help support a company that is an ethically based, socially minded company whose mission is to help children's education and issues here and around the world, go to TaurusHatCoffeeCompany.com and use the promo code LEAF2022, LEAF2022, and get 5% off your entire order. We can't express it, our gratitude more. Even if you just go check it out, we'd love for you to be a part of this whole thing.
Also, yes, the Leaf 22. You find the checkout code when you check out. There's a chance to put it in there, and don't be scared of the shipping. I think they are working actively as we speak to address the shipping costs.
Mm-hmm.
This hopefully, if you see something, you're like, whoa! Don't worry about it. there are options, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well put, Dan.
Well,
Hey, there we go. And let's say good night and bon voyage. We'll see you Sunday for, is it Watchinary this Sunday?
It is Watchinary, I think, this Sunday, you guys. It popped up on my calendar
It's the
today.
first Sunday of the month. We got
no,
our
it's not, Ryan. We're doing Watchinary
No?
during the Twarcast-a-thon.
Oh, I suck. All right. Well, we'll have Tavern Talk
Oh.
this Sunday. Yay. That's why I'm
It did
asking.
pop up on the calendar.
I know. Big calendar energy. Hey, everyone, run for your lives. This is Way the
calendar
Leaf.
energy.
We'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.